Hi. It's me, Kathy. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hello and welcome. And today I'm going to do a few more of my index card project. These are the first ones that I did. This is the tray that I'm using to store and display the ones that I've done and the ones that I will do. And I can't wait till this tray is filled up. I think it's going to look awesome. So I've got 3 more cards here. And usually when I start, I just want to keep going, kind of like keep the creative juices flowing. I had picked out a few images that I wanted to see if I can incorporate into the journal cards as I collage on them. So that's just what I'm getting out of this folder. It's all just magazine images at this point, and maybe a little bit of ephemera that I have in my stash. That type of thing. So my first card is, oh, hurry. Well, I can just edit that out, So anyway, my first card is going to be the museum piece here with the bird statue. And then I have little puppies and then a castle. And those will be the card's background. Now I'm using glue stick because if I need to go back and glue something down, I can. I use stronger glue when it will leave my presence. If somebody buys something at some point. So anyway, it's just building up the layers now. I've got a little bird that I've been kind of hoarding on this piece of magazine image for a very long time, and I just decided, well, I'm gonna start using stuff. This is a little strip of brown paper that I folded and sewed on, and sewed one of the piece of onion bag just for, I don't know, decorative effect. And I'll be using that in this layout here, or collage, I guess I'll say. I'm just building up the the layers. Like I said, some of that glue just went all over the place. This mat that I'm using is a We Are Memory Keepers craft paper craft mat. It's got some sort of coating on it, which is nice. But it's also, if you get glue on it and you get to it really quick, you can wipe it off. It's just really cool. And of course, I bought this whole pack, and I do have a whole bunch left. But at this point, I just want to use this until I just don't want to anymore. And it's come in handy. Instead of having to get out different types of mats, I just use this one. You can see all the ink stain of my various projects right there in the middle. I've already flipped it, rotated it, I guess, once. I may do that again just to try to find a bare spot. I don't know. But it's just been really an awesome mat for me to use. And once I get done with it, I'll probably cut up those squares and make something out of that, just because that's what I do. I like to reuse and make something new out of something you'd probably just throw in the trash. So I got my Dino label maker, and it embosses it. So it's kind of like a retro looking label maker. Very manual, no electronics or anything, and I like the effect. It looks like it's been typed and raised lettering, and that's pretty neat. This is a little case that I hardly ever go into. And I thought, girl, you got to start using up what you have. In some ways, you gotta do it instead of keep buying stuff. So here I am with the little alphabet letters trying to find three letters and all that. And now I'm going to take a bulb pin. I've been wanting to use these in something that I'm making, and I always seem to either forget about them or can't figure out how to incorporate them, or whatever. It's usually I just forgot about them. And in this project, since I'm not going to sew it on the sewing machine, these 3 cards are going to be attached in either with glue or a staple. Those are the 2 things that I'm going to use to achieve the look I'm going for. I just wanted to challenge myself and not get out the sewing machine. And here is the first one. And it's fly. Now we have the puppies, and again, it's the glue stick. I use a glue stick to adhere it. The magazine glue stick is really good for magazine, I feel. It doesn't warp the magazine image as much as wet glue will. And it's cheap. It's not like, getting out the art glitter glue or the fabric tack or something. It's just, glue stick. So I like that. I like not using expensive glue in personal projects. Well, I found this word in my stash and I thought it would work, and then I decided it wouldn't. And I also have that white space on the side of the image, so I'm going to use, again, this is the end of my paper snippet roll, and I need to make another paper snippet roll already. I've used up almost all of my little snippets. I'm going to put this, first I'm going to distress it with the jet black ink, and then I'll just glue it to the side and cover up that little spot there. As seen on TV. Yeah, and speaking of TV, if you're watching my channel on TV, I gotcha. Scan this QR code and you can subscribe if you want to. A long time ago, almost when I first started making junk journals, and I found them recently when I was going through a box, and I thought, well, these are cute, and I'll use some of these. And so I'm just distressing the edges again with the jet black and going around the index card, getting it all ready to go. And now it's just a matter of placement, trying to find the best place to put things. And again, with the stapler, it's very easy. Boom, boom, done. And now on to the final card, which is a castle. I don't know where this castle is, but I don't know, maybe you recognize it. It was just an ad in one of the magazines, and I put the card on top so I know where to cut the image, because it's bigger than the card, of course. And again, glue and try to get it lined up. That's the thing when you cut it exactly to the size of the card. At least for me, I don't always line it up correctly, so I'm just going to snip that end off. Anybody gonna come around here and measure? These cards are not all the same size. What's going on here? I believe at this point I was probably getting hungry. And so all of the images are now food and drink related. This ephemera is part of a new box of tea I got, English rose black tea. It is it said it was strong, and it is very, very fragrant. It's not bad. I think it's just something I would have to get used to, but I do like the title, the name of it, English Rose, and also that cheese really looks appealing, so that's going in. And this is a little piece of a bunting from one of the Daphne Diaries magazine with a little teapot. So I don't know. Tea and cheese, is that a thing? I don't know. Could be. Okay, so everything's glued and stapled on one side, and on this side I'm using my slot punch so that I can feed this little piece of fabric through the holes. This fabric comes from my outdoor curtains. I had used cotton on the binding. And tie a couple of knots, and there we are, done. And no sewing on the card this time. So I'm just on the back here writing, 4, 5, 6 of how many. I don't know how many I'm going to get done, but there we are. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.